Hi there. Welcome back into the kind of laid back original father-son voiceover podcast studio. Hudson here. And Dad's sleeping, I guess, over there. We've done this already one time, and we've talked about doing it more. We had a gentleman ask a question.
Yep.
And so we thought we'd take care of it here. I actually don't know what the question is. So this is going to be kind of off the cuff like we've said.
Yeah.
So this is just where we take voiceover related questions and we answer them with our opinions, our experiences, more of Dad's than mine probably. So anyway, just kind of letting you in even more laid back.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how long this is going to take, and I'm going to use my reading glasses because I need them, and also some notes here because I wrote down some notes so I can try to be as thorough as possible and make sure I try to answer the question the best I can. Here's the question. It says, on Todd's jobs, what percentage of his work is new and what percentage is returning customers? What percentage? We do our numbers all the time, and I'm the last one to give my numbers. And
now is that this year or in general, like all of your years?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing that I'm not 100% sure. So please, if you're the person that asked the question, or if there's other people listening, I'd like to hear what it. I hope I kind of answer it. And I guess one of the things that I would start out, and I'll put you on the spot a little bit. What do you think? Like this year, this is your third year, and we're into no, it's just the start of your third year. But let's just say you're over the last 6 months to a year. What would you think? Do you think that the majority of people that use you are new? Because you're doing more direct email marketing, you're doing Upwork, getting new clients there.
Yeah, I guess I would probably say 75% of my, because I'm new. Maybe I don't know. I don't exactly know. But I would say there's more new than recurring at this point. I do have 15 recurring clients maybe, but I would say that platforms and direct email marketing, probably 75%.
If your business is growing and you're just starting out, it would make sense. This is, I guess, the point, and it would hold true for me too, that the first few years I had a lot more new client income than I would have. Of course. Especially again, if your business is staying the same, then there's a possibility that maybe you haven't gained that many new clients over the last 3 or 4 years. But if your business is growing, especially at the beginning, you're probably going to be at 75% with new. If you're right beginning, then everyone is new. Of
course,
makes sense. For me though. I just wrote down some numbers. Now, I'm in my 13th year. In fact, middle of August, I start my 14th year.
Wow.
So I'm just about a month away from getting into my 14th year of voiceover. And my income streams for 2022, this will give you a little bit of an idea perhaps of where my income streams come from. And if you've already seen this video that we did maybe back in January where I went over my income streams for 2022, you can go back there and get a more detailed view. But hopefully I won't go too quickly with these numbers. But these are where I gained my money, a total of $331,000 last year. Direct email marketing was 60% of my income at just under $200,000. Fiverr was at 29% at $97,584, $97,584. Voices.com last year was 9% of my income at $30,394. And then ACX, which is residual book,
audiobook,
residual income,
royalty income,
that I'm still receiving after doing those many years ago, was 1%, and Upwork, because I just started last year, was at 1% as well. So you can see that most of my income, a majority, 60%, came from direct email marketing. Now, the majority of my income now is repeat. business. I'm not sure exactly. I could get a printout from my financial assistant, but I don't know if that's hugely important. Again, if it is to you who asked the question or somebody else, feel free to write to us, write a comment. But I would guess, and this is, I think, a fairly accurate guess, I would guess that 75% of my income is opposite of yours.
Wow.
Because you're 3 years in, I'm 13 years in, and I think 75% around that would be fair to say that's all recurring clients. Those are clients that I have. So 75% of the 331 last year. Now, here's just a few other stats. See, I've been doing direct email marketing for 12 years, but just over the last 5 years or so, this is what happens, I think, as you're doing direct email marketing more and more. Typically, the amount of new clients that you get every year is going to go down just a little bit. So in 2019, I had 72 new clients for the whole year.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Was that, you said just direct email marketing?
Yep, that was just direct email marketing. I'm not counting Fiverr or anything. Yep, right. So just direct email marketing, I had 72 new clients in 2019. And of course, that made my new income, my new client income, quite a bit more. Sure. Back in 2019. It might have been more like 40% was recurring clients or 35%. In 2020, I had 59 new clients. 2021, 50 new clients. Last year, only 37 new clients. And this year, I'm probably, unless things pick up quite a bit, I'm probably going to be under 30 for new clients. But my income is staying the same. Why?
Well,
because
thing is,
even though I get a lot of new clients and some of them don't use me, in fact, the majority don't use me again or only use me once in a great while, but I have enough that stick every year that I get more income because I'm picking off new clients.
Well, you're probably replacing those. Mm-hmm. So there's less and less new clients, but there are more and more recurring clients because you've serviced them well. You've done a good job with your voiceover, and they say, well, this guy is quick to reply. He always gets stuff on time. He's flexible with his rate, stuff like that. That probably is why then you've even though you're not getting as many new clients, it's like, oh, well, maybe your income is down like you just said, but instead it's going up. Mm-hmm. So you must be latching on to more of those, or they must be latching on to you as return clients.
Again, what you're hoping to do is you have this big funnel, the funnel idea. You send out a lot of emails. If you're talking about direct email marketing, you send a lot of emails. A few pop out the bottom, maybe 2 to 4%, 5%. If you're good, 8% maybe. And then maybe out of that, let's say 5%, maybe 1 or 2% become a client. And then out of that, maybe you get like 15 or 20% of people that are recurring clients. But if you do it long enough and you get enough emails out there and you do well in staying in front of them and then servicing them well, then you're going to keep those clients coming back and back. And the amount of recurring client income is going to go and go and go up, up and up and up. Whereas when you're starting, most of it's going to be brand new client income because every single person you work with is a new client. So some of it depends on where you're at in your career too.
Maybe this is obvious, but that's how you build a successful business, is by turning those new clients into recurring clients. That's probably fairly obvious, but that's what I hear you saying.
And I found, just so you know what to expect, and you might be better than I am, I don't know if I could service them any better, but the vast majority of the people that I get for new clients, like in 2019, I could go back and I could say out of the 72, only maybe 10 of them came back recurring. That's why you have to have a lot of numbers in this game. Yeah. So I hope that helps. Again, it wasn't real specific, but I'd say about 75%. You're on the other side. You say about 75%.
Especially in direct email marketing, correct? Or was that the question? Was it?
I think it was just my numbers, but I would say the same thing about Fiverr, because when I was first starting on Fiverr, especially 2018, 2019, when I became a top-rated seller, that's when I was getting a lot of new work from new clients, and some of them stayed. It doesn't matter what platform you're on, doesn't matter about agents, doesn't matter. It's a numbers game. It's a client-centric game, and it's trying to keep moving the ladder up of the number of recurring clients that you get. Because then what happens is your income, like my income the first few years was much more like this. But now it's more like this. There's just, you know, it's still going up, but it goes up slowly. But the dips aren't very much. You know, I typically go from $18,000 to $30,000 a month in income.
Well, and you very rarely have lulls in work.
Yeah.
Where there's no work.
Right.
And that's because you, like where for me, there still can be some times where it's like, I don't have, and there can be for you too, where you wake up, oh, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
But a client comes through where for me, there could be a day where I don't have a single project.
I don't get shut out very often anymore. Yeah.
So,
yeah. I hope that helps. We really appreciate the comments that you make, and they don't have to all be glowing, happy. You know,
we like feedback.
We don't do everything right, and we don't have all the answers. That's for sure. But we tell you what we think, and we try to be transparent, especially with our numbers. And there's no desire to brag about our numbers at all. It's just a transparency thing, and it's an encouragement thing, because there's so many people out there saying, you know, all you can make is hamburger money on Fiverr. Well, I'm getting close to $500,000 on Fiverr. That's better than hamburger money. Well, that's a lot of good hamburgers, is what it is.
Yeah.
So just be careful, you know, with that kind of stuff. Be encouraged.
Well, thank you for joining us for this impromptu, laid back couch potatoes
improv,
answering a question and stuff like that. This is the second video of this type that we've done. We're planning on doing more. We do need to sit down with John's going to come, and we're going to talk about his kind of journey through voiceover and what that looked like. Johnny's been there since the start, and we're going to answer that question. We had a gentleman ask us, and we haven't been putting it off. We've just been looking for a good time. We've been pretty busy. So you can check out the other one in this playlist that we did. And then we've also got other voiceover related playlists that you can check out if you're new here, or if you're familiar with all these things, then this is old hat. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.